Hey guys, Tom here from Velocity. Welcome back to the showroom and to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be walking around this really cool inventory vehicle. It's a Bronco finished in Swatters Blue. We're going to talk about it as if you were standing here with me. I hope you enjoy the video. So we'll start with the paint color, and this color obviously is Swatters Blue. We have painted a lot of trucks in this color for good reason. It looks fantastic. It is a deep metallic blue, so it's not a gloss paint, it is a metallic. It has a metallic fleck in the paint. And what's great about Swatters Blue is it kind of blends that classic blue with a more modern look with that metallic. Very, very popular, easy to see why, especially with this Signature Series look, the chrome details on this vehicle, it does sit very, very well. Come around to the front of the truck and you're going to see, of course, this is a true first generation Ford Bronco front end. Not tons to talk about here, but there are a few details that I want to point out. First is going to be those chrome elements. You've got a full chrome front bumper, looks very OE, stock, but very, very nice. Same with the headlight surrounds. These are finished in chrome, as well as your Ford lettering on the front grille. For the grille itself, on this Swatters Blue, we did just keep it Swatters Blue. You do have a couple of different options. You can make these white or do multi-tone into these grills, but for us, we just kept it clean, kept it simple, kept it with that main body color. The headlights themselves, they look like old school halogen headlamps, but they are in fact Holley retro bright headlights. So they've got that old school look, but the new school technology in the fact that they are fully LED, super bright, really nice piece of kit. Coming down the side of the vehicle then, just want to point out a few more things while we look at this awesome paint job. There's lots of chrome detailing on this vehicle. It is our Signature Series Bronco, so you get a lot of the OE style, original chrome details. We'll start, of course, with the wheels. Incredibly popular option. We fit them on almost all of our Broncos, unless you go with the Ranger package or the Blackout package. These are the bullet hole style wheels. They are super classic. They look great. Everybody loves them, and they're just a really nice product. So those are the wheel choice that we have on this vehicle. You're going to notice all the little chrome details then in terms of things like the badging. Of course, this is a true first generation Bronco. It starts with a true donor. It is not a new Bronco made to look old, and as such, we can carry the appropriate Bronco badging because it is a true first generation Bronco. And that's finished in chrome, as well as the side mirrors and the door handles. And again, the style here we're going for is OE, so original equipment. It looks classic. It is all, of course, new components, but they look very classic as if they were meant to be there. Moving down the vehicle, you're going to notice this roll cage. This is a 4-point roll cage. Again, a very classic look, very classic silhouette for a Bronco. It does give you nice protection for all 4 occupants, and it gives the front occupants a nice little sun cover here in the bikini top. So sun and rain, you get that coverage too, which is awesome. Come around the back of the vehicle then, and very similar situation really to the front. Super clean, super simple with a couple of little details. Rear chrome bumper matching that chrome front bumper. Tailgate handle is also chrome, and the license plate holder is chrome too. These rear brake lights and indicator lights, these are also LEDs. So there's no halogen or no original equipment there at all across the vehicle. I'm going to drop the back of the tailgate now so you can see quickly inside the interior. Really good sized load area in these Broncos, even though they're kind of short and stocky. You do get a good amount of space back here, as I would say in the boot, you guys would say the trunk. Back of the tailgate has been covered in Raptor lining, as has the entire underside and top side. Anywhere that's not painted in that Swatters Blue has this protective coating, which is really nice. It means you can just pull things in and not worry about scratching them. Obviously, plenty of space for coolers and beach things, as well as a bag of golf clubs and things like that. So loads of space in the back. All right, we're going to take a look at the interior next. I'll open up the door so you can get a quick look inside and see that contrasting interior color versus that Swatters Blue paint. And we'll start by walking through the door panel. This color is called Hickory. It is actually a marine grade vinyl. It is not a leather. It looks very much like leather. It feels like leather. It doesn't unfortunately smell like leather, but the massive benefit of doing a marine grade vinyl, actually the proof's in the name, this stuff is designed to be in boats. And so the benefit is you can leave this vehicle in the rain outside. You don't want to do it for extended days or weeks at a time, but if you were to have to leave the vehicle out for a couple hours, if you're at dinner or something and it started raining, if there was a light shower, you wouldn't have to run out and move the truck because that's what it was designed to. And it looks amazing. A lot of people, when they see these trucks with these vinyl interiors in them, when they feel them, they think it's leather. They can't tell the difference, but in fact, it is a vinyl. You'll notice as well, we went with the double diamond perforated stitch pattern on this one. Has a little bit of class, the perforation, not quite as classic, a bit more modern to go with that Swatters Blue paint color. Again, blending that kind of classic and modern vibe for this truck. We do have fully electronic windows on this vehicle as well. This looks like an old school window regulator, and in fact, this is an OE style handle, but it is fully electronic, so you don't have to wind anymore. You can pull up and the window will go down, up, push down, and the window will go down, all the other good stuff. You can actually control the passenger side from the driver's side as well. So lots of awesome functionality. Seat position's really nice. I've got lots of adjustability here, front and back. I can also obviously adjust the backrest and the headrest as well if I want to. So that's really nice. We can also adjust the steering wheel through this steering column. This is an I Did It tilt steering column. It's finished in a gloss black, which looks great, but actually it just gives you that extra adjustability, which is a nice feature. Steering wheel on this one is the wooden rimmed chrome spoke steering wheel, very classic. We just call it the classic Ford steering wheel. It's almost in all of our Ford products until you go to the Heritage or the Street Series vehicles. They get the billet upgrade, but for something like this Bronco, it just fits the bill. They look really nice. Behind that, you have a Dakota Digital brand new instrument cluster. So it looks classic, but it is actually fully electronic. Give you a walk through the interior in a bit more detail now. And first thing again to point out, just while you've got it in view, are going to be these seats with this Hickory Double Diamond interior vinyl finish. They look great. The perforation is fantastic. It makes the back of the seats and the bottom of the seats really breathable. So wherever you're touching the seat, just gives you that airflow and stops it getting too warm inside the cabin. You do have a Tuffy box in the middle. So this is a lockable mounted cubby box essentially. It is on the bottom of the vehicle, so it can't go anywhere. And basically what this gives you is that little bit of security, because as you notice, there's no top on this vehicle. So you can't really leave things just lying around unless you put them in here. It's been finished with this lovely cushion and it is padded, makes it really nice, and armrest as you're driving, makes it very comfortable. And then moving on, you do have a little bit more of that detail of the marine grade vinyl around the shift boot here. Just gives it that little bit of extra kind of detail, you know, a little bit of extra polish. It often you see on resto mod vehicles and Broncos that are being sold maybe at a slightly low price point, they'll just leave these as rubber. Yeah, okay, but they look cheap, and this all matches together, which is fantastic. For convenience features in this interior, we have a couple of them. The first thing is going to be the Vintage Air AC system. Don't let the name fool you. It is a brand new AC system by the guys at Vintage Air, designed for classic vehicles like this. And basically what that means is you get the performance, the coolness or the heat of a modern AC system, but in a classic vehicle like this Bronco. Having the vents blowing on you whilst you're driving, especially in the heat, does make a massive difference. You're going to be thankful that you've got it. For infotainment, we have a full Focal speaker system. So we've got speakers in the door panel, speakers in the back. We've got a full subwoofer underneath the passenger side as well. That's really good. It's powered by this very simple single DIN infotainment system. It's just a radio, but it also has Bluetooth and all of that good stuff. So you can just hook your phone straight up to it and play your tunes. You do have LED lights. We mentioned them earlier. They're controlled with this original kind of knob here. Very satisfying. Something that I probably shouldn't fiddle with, but I do, because it just, yeah, very, very nice. It doesn't, there's no touch screens anywhere here. It just feels very binary and really cool to use. Same with your wash wipe here for your windows. That's really nice. And then no push button start. This is an old school turn, burn. Give it a little go here. Straight off, lovely. Obviously the engine sounds amazing. We're gonna go onto that right now. We will start, of course, with the engine. It's a fourth generation. We're on the fourth generation now of these Coyote engines. A fourth generation Coyote. It's a 5-litre V8 producing around 460 horsepower. There was some subtle technology changes moving from a Gen 3 to a Gen 4, but the main reason we did it, of course, is because Ford are no longer producing and supporting the Gen 3, and we want to make sure our customers get the most modern variant of what Ford is offering. It is a crate engine. It is brand new. It's not taken off any other vehicle that's previously been used, so it did come to us out of the crate, literally, from Ford. This is a really good engine. The reason it's a good engine is twofold. One, it has lots of power. I mentioned the horsepower, 460, but mainly for you as the user, it's going to give you all of that acceleration that you want. But also, it's the reliability and the maintenance, the serviceability, if you will, of this engine. And overall, the vehicle, really easy to service because it's a modern drivetrain. It can be plugged into by any sort of modern mechanic. You could take this to your local Ford dealership and they could do a service and work on this vehicle for you. So it's about power. It's also about long-term performance. This engine ticks both of those boxes. It's the same story with the transmission. Behind the Coyote is a 10-speed automatic, the 10R80. And imagine everything that I just said, it's the same with the transmission. It's brand new, out the box, lightning quick, 10-speed. easy to get through the gears, but not scary to drive either. Nice and smooth if you're low on the power, if you're around town and you just, you know, going to buy ice cream or something like that, you're not trying to be a hooligan. It's a really nice transmission to drive in all sort of scenarios. So that's something that you get too. You've got Wilwood hydro boosted disc brakes all around this vehicle, important to stop as quickly as you're going to go. And so the Wilwood system does that. Disc brakes all around all Velocity vehicles. They come as standard. For chassis on this vehicle, brand new Roadster Shop chassis underneath this one. What does that mean? It's slightly stiffer, but ultimately you're driving the vehicle with the peace of mind knowing that basically the entire vehicle does have new components on it. The RS chassis is a really nice upgrade. That paired with the Bilstein suspension underneath this vehicle just means the truck drives as you would expect, as close to a modern vehicle as possible in a true first generation Bronco. So we've walked around this truck in detail, talked to you about everything on it. It is available for sale today, so it is one of our inventory vehicles here in the showroom. If you've got more questions, you can leave a comment below or go on the website, find the contact number and give us a call. The vehicle does qualify for financing and it does come with our full 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Again, any more questions, just feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you on the next one.